Islam, priest and officer 500 Yaquatsa, Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, Hebrew class teacher. Our school was established since 1969 out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. This day, we go on deal with the Hebrew Lashuan Quadash, which means language, tongue, or holy tongue, holy speak, the Most High's language. If you are a Black, Latino, or First Nation brother or sister, you can learn other languages like French, Espanol, Creole, English, Greek, German, Italian, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But Hebrew, ancient Paleo Hebrew, is the language that you must learn and get used to. So when you are saying the Lord's prayers like Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, which is our Father, which are in heaven, for example, the Lord will acknowledge you, the salute, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah, Lord, in the name Jesus Christ, or deliver, bless you. That's for the brother when he says the salute though, and for a sister, Yahweh, Shamar, Alatha, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Lord, watch over you, Yahweh Shai, or Lord, Salaki, Yahweh Shai, which is to deliver, you know what I'm saying? Which means deliver or savior, right? Watch over you, right? So I'm gonna put the Hebrew characters, ancient and Assyrian, and we'll go over it. And I'm gonna put Hebrew words, so we'll go over it. I'm gonna give you the proper breakdowns to Salakia. I got kind of tongue tied to bear me though, got like 1,000 things going on each day though. I love it though. I love it. I thank the Most High Christ, Commander Jenny-Hana, and all the brothers and sisters affiliated under Commander Jenny-Hana. And I thank all the brothers and sisters that like, share, and subscribe my channel. And I thank my brothers and sisters in general as a nation. Kwame Asharala, which means rise, Israel. So first thing is first, though, we're gonna put the ancient Paleo Hebrew, which is the pure, strong language of the Most High. Then I put the Assyrian, or the quote unquote modern Hebrew, But the ancient will always be prior over the modern or Assyrian. for a second. Yep. Sure. All right. So that's the ancient. Now, after I put the Syrian, I'm bring the chart over, and then the brother sister copy, screenshot it, and get the notes. We go, yeah, we always go. Remember the Hebrew character, the Hebrew characters. Always remember though, when we read and pronounce Hebrew, it's from right to left, right to left. When we read Hebrew or write Hebrew or pronounce Hebrew words, right? Yeah. All right. Sure. All right. So let's go over it. All right. So we'll start with ancient. Ah, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, za, qua, ra, sha, ta. Let's do the assyrian or modern. Again, a, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, za, qua, ra, sha, ta. That's the Hebrew characters for the ancient and the Hebrew characters for Assyrian or modern Hebrew. I'll give you all a few minutes to copy this or screenshot it. first word is so the first word we got the word Salakia. All right. So Salakia in the ancient Hebrew and Salakia in the Assyrian. Let me move this. I apologize if this is in the way. Use some space though, because we see we got the connectors for ancient Hebrew. Ancient Hebrew has connectors, right? So lock. Yeah, like that though. Now, depending on the context of Salakia, when you addressing a person, though, can be excuse me or my apology, depending on the context of how to use Salakia. That's what it means. So it will be like this. So la, yeah, Salakia, which means excuse me or my apology, depending on context. We got sa, lock, ya in the ancient, and we have sa, lock, ya in the Assyrian. And the pronunciation though, how it's pronounced though, sa, lock, ya, Salakia, Salakia. Interesting, ain't it? Interesting, right? Depending on context. You see it. Let's do another Hebrew word. Interesting. Right. So we got another Hebrew word, the water. What does the word the water means in English? Thank you. The water translated in ancient Hebrew would be tha, wa, da. We see the tha uh, pictograph. We see the wa character, and we see the da character, and we see the ha character. Notice the da character and the ha character have a connector because the way it's pronounced. You know, now for Assyrian or modern Hebrew, though, there's no connectors. So it's the Hebrew characters for Assyrian or modern Hebrew is pronounced as is, da, wa, da, da, wa, da, because the ha is actually silent, the ha is in there though, but it's like extreme silent, da, wa, da. The ha at the end is extremely silent, you know, the wa da. And then for the pronunciation of the water, the wa da. How it's pronounced, the wa da, because the ha character, right? The ha character is connected with the da, so the ha is extremely silent. That's why the ha doesn't have an a next to it like the da does. You could clearly hear the da, but the ha is extremely silent. So that's why the by the da being before the da has an a next to it though, but the ha character doesn't. It's connected. So it's easier to to understand it through the ancient rather than the Assyrian, because the Assyrian though is pronounced, the Hebrew characters are put in as is, whereas in the ancient Paleo Hebrew has connectors. See, the frown face connector means that you pronounce the Hebrew character at full, like tha and wa. But when you see a Hebrew character connected to when you see a connector attached to both Hebrew characters, the is one of the Hebrew character on the left hand side is silent. You know, it's usually silent. Because sometimes a Hebrew connector could be like in between a Hebrew word. Like I said, you could pronounce da fully though, but the ha is extremely silent. Da, tha, wa, da. You know, eventually at some point though, a lot of students that's watching, they get the hang of it though. Da, wa, da. So this is me showing you how it's actually pronounced. This is the actual word. This is the actual meaning of the Hebrew word. Thank you. This is translated. This is the word the water translated in ancient Paleo Hebrew. And Paleo Hebrews has connectors and disconnectors. A disconnector means which is a frown face. You can pronounce the Hebrew character fully. A connector or smiley face symbol shows that one of the Hebrew characters is pronounced silent. It's pronounced a certain way. Whereas the Assyrian Hebrew or the modern Hebrew is the Hebrew characters are put as is. There's no connectors. Only ancient Paleo Hebrew has the connectors and non-connectors. And again, how this is put out though is I'm showing you how it's actually pronounced. Da, wa, da. All right. Moving forward. Next Hebrew character. All right. Next, this is one of my favorite Hebrew words right here. Ayundabar. I'm not even gonna lie to you though. This Hebrew word right here sounds kind of like German. It sounds like it's a German word. You know what I'm saying? Like Wunderbar or something like that. You know, Ayundabar. So what is the English word for Ayundabar? It means you're welcome. So translated, so the word Ayundabar that's translated in the Hebrew though, always remember though, when we write Hebrew and read Hebrew and pronounce Hebrew, it's from right to left, right to left. When we pronounce words and sentences through English, it's from left to right, left to right. So always remember when we got to translate and pronounce any Hebrew letters or words or sentences or paragraphs, ancient Hebrew and modern Hebrew, you pronounce it from right to left, right to left. Though. So we got Ayundabar, the word Ayundabar, the Hebrew word Ayundabar. So what is the English word for Ayundabar? It means you're welcome. I, Yan, Da, Bar. So you got the I, Hebrew character though. There's no connector, so you can pronounce it fully. And you got the Ya and the Na. So the Ya and the Na is connected though. So it's pronounced Ayan because the Na is extremely silent, you know, but you could clearly hear the Ya character. Ayan, and then you got the Bar. You got the Da character, and then you got the Ba. The Da character is doesn't have a connector though, so you can pronounce that though. You got the Ba character that's connected with the Ra character though. So Bar. The Bar. So the Bar. The R is extremely silent because you don't hear a Ra, but when you pronounce Bar, the R is silent as well, extremely silent. The Bar, you know what I'm saying? Ayan, the Bar. Now for Assyrian though, we got I, Yan, Da, Bar. And remember, for Assyrian or modern though, there's no connectors. The Hebrew characters are put in as is. But for ancient Hebrew, you know, so you got the connectors. So again, ancient Hebrew is easier to recognize and get used to than modern or Assyrian though. But modern and Assyrian though, you want to learn though because when you read the Hebrew though, you can be able to you know what I'm saying, pronounce and read it and translate. You get what I'm saying? And how it's pronounced though for Ayundabar, Yan Da Bar. Ah Yan Da Bar. Remember, like the Ya and the Na is connected though. You could clearly pronounce the Ya, but the Na is silent though, so it's Yan. You're right. So, but the Bar, you could clearly hear the Da, you could clearly hear the Ba, but the Ra is extremely silent though. The Bar. So the Ba is connected with the Ra. So that's how it's pronounced. Ayan the Bar. Ayan the Bar. You're welcome. You're welcome. Ayan the Bar. Ayan the Bar. Ayan the Bar. Oh, here's the kicker though. Notice our language, our culture got some swagger to it though. That's why I love the Lashwan Gadash though, because the Most High language, which is the language of Blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians, though, we got some flavor there. We got some swagger though. You know what I'm saying? That's you know what I'm saying. It definitely got swagger to it for sure. Ayundabar. That's a nice name, but it means you're welcome. Ayundabar, and it kind of sounds German sort of though, you know. But definitely though, everything we put in our culture has flavor into it though. You know. So we're gonna move into the next Hebrew word. We got the next one. Shakar. Shakar, which means black. Shakar. 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 How it's pronounced? Shakar. Shakar. Shakar means black. Next one. Kawan. Kawan. It means brown. The color brown. Kawan. 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 How it's pronounced? Kawan. 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 Laban. It means white. Laban. White. Laban in ancient Hebrew. Laban. Laban in modern Hebrew. Laban. The way it's pronounced, La ban. La ban. Laban. Laban. Next word, Adawan. It means red, the color red. Adawan. 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 See how it's pronounced? Adawan. 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 See that next one right there? Aragaman. Aragaman, which means purple, which means the color purple. Aragaman. This might seem like a tricky to pronounce, though, but I'm going to help you out, though. Aragaman. That's which means color purple. Aragaman. 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 Now see how it's broken down to be properly pronounced, right? In English. Or Aragaman. 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 It means the color purple. Next word. Thakala. Thakala. It means the color blue. Thakala is the English word for blue. Blue, the Hebrew word for blue is thakala. 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 Thakala is the English word for the color blue. Next word. This one sounds pretty cool too. Ra'inon. Ra'inon, which means the color green. Ra'inon. Ra-I-non. Ra-I-non. Ra'inon. Ra-I-non. Ra-I-non. That's how it's pronounced. Ra'inon. Ra-I-non. Ra'inon. Oh. Tazahad, Tazahad, which means the color yellow. Yellow is the Hebrew word for yellow is Tazahad, right? Tazahad, 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 Tazahad. There's no Hebrew word for orange, right? There's no Hebrew word for the color orange or the word orange. There's no Hebrew word. Just for the record. Awar, Awar, which means light. The Hebrew word for light is Awar. The English word for Awar is light. Awar, 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 Awar. And how it's pronounced? Awar, 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 Awar. Kasak, 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 which is the English word for, no, the Hebrew word for dark. Dark is the English word for Kasak. Kasak, 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 Kasak. Now, how it's pronounced? Kasak, 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 Kasak. This the ISUPK security announcements. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to learn and shape themselves to the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if the brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, they are to seek counsel from the heads, types, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 10 means 10th in Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, get to the general. Priest fund, free will, offering for priests, not mandatory, whatever amount you will like. Upcoming holy convocations. So we have memorial of blowing of trumpets, first day of the 7th month, Friday, September 11th, 2026. The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 24 through 26. Remind Akim and Akwakim to check bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, black boots, black shirt, black pants, black headband, and black scarf. With that being said, let's give a courtesy salute to the teacher, was myself, Ben of Israel, Amajim, Shabbat, Amajim, the Rock, Yahweh Ashir, Ashar Brakatah. Sorry, which means turn. Let's give a courtesy salute to the sisters, or Akwathia, Men of Israel, Amajim, Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shamar, Alatah, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Yasmatah. Class dismissed.